jacket potatoes. In fact, Spudman jacket potatoes. Why travel the world and stand in queues for hours for a simple jacket potato when you can make it at home with Bilbo? To get a perfect crispy jacket potato skin, you will need a fork for prodding, a selection of large jacket potatoes, some oil of your choice to cover them in, and a good douse in salt and pepper, which is pre-mixed in there, and a bowl for mixing. So what you need to do is get your jacket potato and your fork and just prod it all over to save it exploding in the oven. Generally stab it everywhere and add it to your bowl. And again, I'm not going to bore you while I do every one, so I'll speed this process up and I'll come back to you in a second. So get your oil just like that and cover the jackets. 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, 10 squirts. Add salt and pepper as much as or less as you like. Basically all you do is get your hands in and give it all a good mix up, covering every bit in oil and salt and pepper. Yes, my hands are clean. I've washed them in the sink and in the bath and in the toilet. Not, jokes aside. And once it's all covered just like that, they're ready to pop in the oven. I'm going to preheat the oven to 180 Celsius. This is a fan assisted oven. Change yours accordingly. Probably about 190 just on a conventional oven. And we'll preheat it and then we're going to stick these straight on the bar. So when it comes up to temperature, simply get your jacket potato and put it straight on the bars. Use tongs if you like, but they're quite heavy, so it's probably just easier being safe and adding them via your hand. Close the oven up, and they just cook for an hour and a half, and then we'll come back to them, give them a quick turn over, and prepare the fillings. I must take my hat off to Spudman and his team. I think it's a fantastic accomplishment that they've done and created such a buzz all across the UK and around the world really about jacket potatoes. For the simplest thing of a jacket potato, you know, a jacket potato that's been eaten for thousands of years has gone mainstream, and I just can't get my head around the fact that people travel 60, 70, 80, 200 mile plus people all over for a jacket potato or a filling. That's a bit that's just I'm memorised. Maybe I'm just old school and I can't get my head around it. I know you try to please your kids if it's a TikTok thing or an Instagram, but I would understand if he was the only person who was able to get jacket potatoes. He was the only farmer who had them and everyone craved them. But it's a trend, and like I said, hats off to the man. He's made a lot of money. If you can't have the real thing, be it. Right, the 2 fillings I'm doing today for these jacket potatoes: a hot chicken curry, curried beans with cheese. I'm going to cut them open, add all the fillings. These ones are here in the background. Put them back into the oven so the cheese melts and gets lovely and gooey. And then I'm going to put it straight in my gob. These are not any ordinary jacket potatoes. These are BC jacket potatoes. Crispy on the outside and fluffy in the middle. I think these babies are done. Right, we've got the jackets out of the oven. I think I made a bit of a mistake earlier and I said 2 hours. These have been in for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And what we're going to do now is cut one open, get it buttered up, get some filling on it. They look tremendous. Right, we'll cut this one open. Beautiful. Oh, you see how soft that is? That is absolutely soft as you like. I'll grab some butter and I'll pour it on. Come on, melt, sucker. That's what we want. Putting it into a container, make it easier to serve. I'm just going to add some cheese now. Plenty of it. Add plenty of this curried beans. That works for me. I nearly forgot to do the chicken curry one. Let's add the butter. Plenty of it. Add some of the cheese. Let's fill this up with chicken curry. Yet again, let's pour the sauce. Tremendous. So what I'm going to do for myself, I'm just going to add a little bit of butter on one of the smaller jack potatoes. I'm just having a taste test. The other ones are for people to eat. I'm just going to add a little bit of the cheese on either side, a little bit of the curry on one, and a little bit of the curried beans on the other. Ooh, gooey. Right, it's all done now. That's what it looks like, my little portion. A little bit of the curry, a little bit of the beans. I think I'll try the cheesy curried beans first to see what it's like. Looks good, smells good. Here's the taste test. That's absolutely beautiful, that. The crispy skin. Cheers. And this is the curried one. So that was my take on Spudman's jack potatoes. Unfortunately, I lost some audio near the end of the taste test. I apologise for that. But I can just say that they were absolutely fantastic, both of them. Give them a try. You know what the price of a jack potato is, pennies. I really enjoyed them, I'm sure you will. That's episode 1 of Faking It. So looking forward to the next one. And all I've got to say is stay safe, be good. If you can't be good, be careful.